Now folks, I've been seeing a lot of comments in my videos saying that the IRS Get My Payment tool states that I'm eligible for a stimulus check, but that you have not received one yet. And I do know that some of you are still worried about the IRS Get My Payment tool, because it's saying that the payment status is not available, and that means that you're not getting a $1,400 stimulus check. So folks, I'll be clearing up the confusion around your third stimulus payment if you did not get one. The whole goal of this channel is to provide you with the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check news, because I want every member of my community to receive a $1,400 payment. None of you guys deserve to be suffering, and the mess that you're in is not even your fault. I personally believe that the IRS must do a better job of sending out stimulus checks. The great American people need help now. If you guys agree with my message, then leave a comment down below saying I agree. Now before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends and family so they too can get the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check news. Now folks, the wait could be over for those of you that are on VA benefits and have not gotten a third stimulus check. Earlier today, the IRS announced that it plans to begin processing stimulus checks for VA benefit recipients at the end of this week. The agency said it continues to review files from VA that are covering individuals who receive benefits but do not normally file a tax return. And as long as there are no further issues, the IRS said it will begin processing the payments, and the majority of these payments will be dispersed electronically and should be received on Wednesday, April 14th. Now everybody, this is really great news, and I'm really happy that all of you that are on VA benefits are set to receive a third stimulus check. But the truth is that you guys should have gotten a stimulus check a long time ago. Those of you on VA benefits should have been the first people to get a stimulus check. Now if you're on the IRS Get My Payment tool and the message is saying that you're eligible for a third stimulus payment, but you still have not gotten your stimulus money, don't worry. It is a good sign that you're seeing a "you are eligible" message. If you receive SSI, SSDI, VA, or survivors, then it is very likely that the IRS is working on your files right now. The IRS is not done sending out stimulus checks. It is possible that you will get your check by the end of this week. And if you do file taxes and do not receive Social Security or other federal benefits, but still have not gotten stimulus money, there may be a different issue going on. Everybody, eligible Americans that filed taxes were one of the first groups of people to receive their $1,400 stimulus checks, and it is possible that the IRS just has not processed your stimulus payment. But your stimulus check could arrive anytime this week. The IRS is currently working 24/7 on delivering stimulus checks to all Americans that receive SSI, SSDI, and Social Security. The IRS will then send more waves of payments as well as paper checks and prepaid debit cards. If you have not received a third stimulus payment, please be patient everybody. The IRS announced today that 25 million payments will be sent out. 23 million of those 25 million payments processed this week are going to Social Security recipients, including disability recipients. An IRS spokesperson even said in a statement that when working with other agencies like the Social Security Administration, we had to wait to get the data from them. But folks, in my opinion, there is no excuse for the IRS. There's no excuse for the IRS or the SSA to have not communicated with each other sooner. Both agencies knew that the IRS was missing files that were needed to send out third stimulus checks to all of you that are on Social Security and federal benefits. In addition, 23 million payments going to SSI and SSDI recipients. Another 1 million payments are going to those eligible for more money based on our 2020 tax returns. And an additional 1 million payments are being sent out for those of you that the IRS had no previous record of until a 2020 return was filed. The IRS is also working on getting stimulus checks to homeless people. According to the IRS did say in a statement that they are definitely doing what they can to reach out to those who are unbanked or to those who are homeless. But according to multiple news reports, around 2.2 million eligible Californians could miss out on stimulus checks. More than 2 million Californians are still in a stimulus gap, in which they're eligible for the money but have not received any payment. But folks, let me know in the comments down below, how many of you guys have not received your first or second stimulus check? Let me know down in the comments everybody, because it is really ridiculous that millions of Americans are missing out on the stimulus checks that they very much need. And around 500,000 Californians who filed their taxes for 2018 but not 2019 are at risk of not getting third or second payment. And that's because the IRS used information from 2019 federal tax returns for the second round of stimulus. And that means if you didn't file taxes in 2019 or later, you might not get a stimulus check. So everyone, just make sure that you have correct information on file with the IRS. That way you can get your stimulus money in a fast and easy way. Thank you for watching, everybody. Until next time, have a great day and stay safe.
Another update. Today, we can proudly say that in addition to the 150 million shots in arms, we have successfully sent over 150 million relief checks to the American people. The fourth batch of the economic impact payments from the American Rescue Plan totals more than 25 million payments, which brings the total dispersed so far to more than 156 million payments, totaling $372 billion since the plan was signed into law less than a month ago. The largest block of these latest payments went to Social Security beneficiaries who didn't file a 2020 or 2019 tax return and didn't use the non-filers tool last year, which is consistent with our view that it would be more challenging. The easiest would be those who had information that the IRS had, and it would become more challenging. So this is a more challenging group, but this is certainly good news. Within 2 weeks of the American Rescue Plan becoming law, the IRS and Treasury had started dispersing 170 million payments. At a similar point during the first round of economic impact payments authorized a year ago, the first payments had yet to be completed. So just to give you a point of comparison. It's also important to note, and I know there's been some coverage of this, the IRS has been consistently underfunded, with 20,000 fewer staff available to help Americans. That's over the last 10 years, 20,000 fewer. And our commitment is also to working on this problem and hiring more personnel at the IRS. The President's Rescue Plan secured an additional $1.5 billion to help the IRS get checks out checks and modernize. And we are pleased that since the beginning of this administration, the inherited backlog of 2019 returns has been cut in half. One other update. Good news you can use. I'll put it in that category. Health and Human Services Secretary Becerra announced that more than 500,000 Americans have already signed up for coverage on healthcare.gov since the beginning of the special enrollment period. Nearly 15 million Americans who currently lack health insurance and many current enrollees are eligible. An average of 4 out of 5 consumers currently enrolled in marketplace coverage can now find a plan for $10 or less a month after the tax credits. Finally, the First Lady announced earlier today, was joined virtually by U.S. military families, advocates, and stakeholders from around the world as she set forth the priorities of joining forces. She spent the last few months hearing directly from military families, caregivers, survivors, and visiting military installations across the country. The mission of joining forces is to support those who also serve.
We don't just fix for today, we build for tomorrow. 200 years ago, trains weren't traditional infrastructure either, until America made a choice to lay down tracks across the country. Highways weren't traditional infrastructure, until we allowed ourselves to imagine that roads could connect our nation across state lines. The idea of infrastructure has always evolved to meet the aspirations of the American people and their needs. And it's evolving again today. We need to start seeing infrastructure through its effect on the lives of